This is gonna fare.
Last time he played Fredrin, Superfin stole his ult and taunted all of them.
Oh yeah, he was a Valentina in M6. How is it gonna fare this time for Team Liquid ID? They won't be going up against the Valentina of Superfins that can steal the Fredrin taunt, but they are going up against his Loyi. Meanwhile, in lane, Arad is making quick work of Kirk's Arlon.
All right, that's a TKO for Team Liquid ID. They get a win, sending Kirk home early. And all this while, they're playing footsies for the Little Wanderer. Retribution, securing Little Wanderer for ONIC PH.
Out of all the 3 games we've seen so far, this draft is the best chance Team Liquid ID has of getting the first win in this and potentially maybe even pushing it to 5. The Fredrin pickup is so solid, and the Arlot to me, I really thought this was gonna go Rome. It went XP instead, and EXP Arlot suffers against CC.
Yeah, we're throwing it back to 13, and then a wee bit to 14, and the M6 World Championship. So you have to assume that it's a Brusco TLID. Talking about the overall picture of this draft, I agree with you. This is a solid approach. I think the keyword for me going into this against ONIC PH is stability. This is a more stable draft compared to 1 and 2.
Yeah, and you have to recognize that what ONIC PH has been doing to Fabian for the entire series so far, they cannot do against the Fredrin. You're not going to invade that Fredrin, and when the Fredrin invade, he should be okay. He should get away for safety. Aran also, you cannot shut down the CC if you're in Arlot single-handedly. You need to help the Arlot against the CC.
Yeah. Even with the Ludi in Superfin's hand, which is definitely a power pick, you gave over the Eve, so that's priority over in most team fights.
So ONIC PH might need to play for the long game. Early might be good for Team Liquid ID, but look at Kirk not playing. Aran uses the final slash.
Oh, finds a vengeance. By that we mean the dash, and he draws first blood. That's a man down. King Kong secures the turtle here. Blazing away by Kelra. Yeah, helps secure another kill. Weedy falls.
And it's gone also wrong for ONIC or for Team Liquid ID and a snap. How they continue to be blood, but messed that up. That first turtle that looked good for them up until Aran overheated before the turtle started.
We saw another prestige, Renmar. You saw that the world's longest BMI. Yeah. See that Kelra got sent back all the way down to the gold lane. Barely missed the beat. I didn't expect him to be part of the fight. Just blazing duet.
Yeah, when he decided to come in, I think that's a signal that he's winning lane considerably so that he can afford to go all the way to the turtle in the upper portion of the map to give Aaron Shiki just a bit of room to farm while he gets a turtle with the team.
It's like partying on a weeknight. I know I might regret this, but let me try anyway.
And it could be worth it for the Mems.
And he woke up at 7 a.m. the next day. No headache, nothing at all, and he still is on point for farm. ONIC PH is about 1,000 gold ahead, and Brusco's rotating towards Kelra. Shiki's what, down like half of XP bar?
Yeah. Good play by Aaron Shiki. He was still able to get that gold crab despite the block by Brusco using the Death Sonata.
Which makes sense because I think Aaron Shiki's locked in now. He has to be.
Yeah. Aran? Ooh, surprise. Again, this is the signature Loyi.
Didn't you know there were 2 dudes in the bush?
I think they came out of nowhere with the diversion.
Oh, there you go. See, so some things you can't get away from. The fact that Superfins knows how to use his hero so deceptively well, even if you thought you knew all the tricks he had up his sleeves, he just pulls something else. Sorcerer Supreme.
You have a safer jungle, yes. Initially, I thought Aran would just continue his streak against Kirk, but again, what he did leading up to that turtle messed up the advantage that he had. And now you're a much lower rotation because you're a Fredrin jungle. You have to win the next one. Kirk is just beating Aran right now in lane.
Dear God, that could have been a 4v1. And if anything, Kirk wanted that to happen because that would distract the rest of the ID. In comes the Gatot Weedy. Finds an AOG, no one home. The turtle's secured by ONIC PH. A very pacifist take at a major objective.
Some baffling micro and macro decisions coming in right now by Team Liquid ID that ONIC PH are capitalizing on. Decisive diversions by Superfins. And here comes another one going bot.
Whitebush catches Weedy off guard, and the yin-yang effect keeps him where they want him. And then now moving on to Aaron Shiki.
Kelra under tower blazing. They went in a final slash!
God, they touched him. Aaron Shiki down as early as 5 minutes in. The Granger needs time to farm the space to make up for that nerf. And now, even his laning safe.
Aran really needed to check this Arlot, and now Kirk is just running all over the map. 3-0 and 2. How it all went wrong again. Small mistakes that ONIC PH said, all right, do that. We're going to win this. And it's a repeat of game number 1 all over again.
Opportunity costs for Team Liquid to make these decisions are just so much more expensive than ONIC PH thinking of what to do. This is mechanics and instinct on a whole other level for ONIC PH. I guess this is what you call the synergy, the chemistry of the super fam, making a decision so much more expedited to execute. Look at this, another ultimate from Kirk, the final slash, scaring the rest of Liquid ID from even crossing their own river.
If game number 2, that third pick carry by Kelra was sort of him saying, you know what, just pick whatever you want, I got the matchup. This feels like a Kirk call now. It's like, yeah, no, I'm feeling my Arlot. And
oh, the Raging Sandstorm catches him, and the final slash putting him where ONIC PH won him. And they do spend a good amount of skills there, but it's enough to, you know, put the fear of God. Never mind, no, but still, they're not going to take something down. They still contest.
Sandstorm won't be back for a while, but the final slash should be.
Weedy down to a third of his health. The massive taunt from Fabian all the way deep in. King Kong does secure Little Turtle, and the jumping by Weedy pushing back the rest of ONIC PH after the 2 kills scored by Liquid ID. So it's a fair trade. Liquid ID on the board.
Liquid ID fighting back. A little bit of overheat coming from Kirk and Brusco, but that was a perfect real-world manipulation laid down by Yehezkiel. Aaron Shiki was in a good spot as well. The free hit, got the double. Now ONIC PH needs to be a little bit more careful and start respecting the lineup of Team Liquid ID.
Yehezkiel a step forward towards going ghost. He's about to hit Danny Phantom levels here because they didn't account for that RWM underneath. And now this massive rush. Jigs up. He threw out the Death Sonata, so there's no deception there. And so far, Team Liquid ID holding strong. This is good formation by Liquid ID, taking what few major wins they can.
Already a Malefic Roar for the Granger, so Aaron Shiki is fine. He's built up. He's waiting for the DHS on the side of the Claude. Version bot side, interesting choice.
Yep, into that pixel brush, but no one from Team Liquid ID to catch.
Okay, I think they were thinking at that point a member of TLID could have been there. No, purple buff is going to be up for both. Both youngers have knowledge, but no deep invade by ONIC PH.
Yep, about half a minute till the turtle spawn, rather the Lord spawns lower corner of the map. And this whole time, Kelra making the most of the peace and quiet. Aran sent to take care of the Savage. What's the gold difference like between these two? About 6,700. Wow, Shiki up by about 200 gold actually.
Yeah, just like a creeper, a minion or two. Really? Oh, he finds Kirk.
RWM forcing Kirk to flicker on out of there, so that's a major resource spent by ONIC PH. The RWM by Liquid will be in for the Lord Dance.
Yeah, so the past few experiences that Kirk has been feeling is the normal crawl kick on.
Raging Sandstorm to start up, really compromised. The final slash, forcing the rest of Liquid ID to have an odd formation, and they do call it quits. They back on out of here.
What a sudden trigger by both of these two teams, but ONIC PH got to recover quicker. The final slash actually was sort of the, all right, now we can't do this anymore. They got repositioned, they got damage into the blazing duet, and it's a good call that Team Liquid ID respected that and decided to back off.
Brusco and Kirk's ults used to make Team Liquid ID think of the engage, and once you've done that, I think that's half the job. The fact that you made them doubt what they're capable of. Now Brusco gets caught out here, down to 10th of his health, and now they're going to start threatening this mid lane here. One Fritz very low, looking for the taunt, Appraiser's Wrath taking down the Monster Mage.
And Fabian got to take him down. Lord marching up top though, an advantage slightly for Team Liquid ID. Let's see what turret ONIC PH might be able to get with this one.
Renmar has a pick off of a lifetime. You rarely see Superfins in a position like that. Yeah. RWM placing Kelra in position here. Kirk hits the final slash. It seems like it was his final slash as Brusco falls as well. disengaging with an AOG. Really happy with the 2 free pickoffs.
And it was a perfect con by Fabian as well. Got 2 that secured the victory in that fight in the mid lane under the tower. But they've given up. They wanted to get that Lord. Fabian's in his jungle. They give up their turret in the mid without a problem for ONIC PH. There's a minion wave down bottom. Oh, this could actually be a costly trade for Team Liquid.
The lives of Kirk and Brusco for a turret in mid and in bottom. And it's a rotation that happens fairly quickly for free easily for ONIC PH as they retreat to the safety of their tier 1 in mid. This is what you get with a Lu Yi in your lineup.
Well, I guess it's been a while since we've seen that big ONIC PH signature trade where you lose some, but you get a lot more. And since Team Liquid spent a lot just to get those 2 kills in the mid, they had nothing to defend within in their own mid lane turret.
Yeah, they couldn't even think of how we're going to do down bottom. We have no ults, gentlemen. Don't do it. All right, then we let him wait. So now top lane up next on the docket. Kelra out gets it. Oh my god! He has to down to a third of his health with just basics. What is Kelra packing?
He's just up to win in nature. He went
4 items deep.
Yeah, 4 items already. No wonder. But Yehezkiel just got a second. Well, a few minutes earlier. Yeah, a minute or 2 earlier with the magic lantern. And I think that idea, honestly, they don't need to be super proactive.
Really? Gets caught by the Raging Sandstorm. No one home. A final slash for good measure, too. He spent his own Revitalize, so that's everything but the kitchen sink.
That's what I said. They don't need to be too proactive. Witty got out. Oh, Fabian got his purple buff stolen.
That's Grand Theft Purple. The beast wants his num-nums. Look at Kelra. The positioning here. The taunt on King Kong. Can he survive this? No, he won't. Despite everything. A blazing duet coming from Kelra. He takes out Yehezkiel. Another Abrasion's Wrath. But the Usurper will not survive. Down bottom takes out Shiki. Takes 1 down. And look at the back. The AOG maybe 2 seconds too late. Kirk gets 2.
But Aaron Shiki, he's stuck. But no, Witty says, you know what? Super Prince, Kelra, Kirk, you guys got it back. Or you could risk getting outplayed by 2 when you are 3. ONIC Philippines. Kelra's entry was perfect. Team Liquid ID didn't get to see or check the bush that he entered. Hence why Yehezkiel got taken down fast.
So the positioning once more of ONIC PH, their understanding of bush warfare, allowing for them to actually win out in the trade. Well, fortunately for both, actually, their junglers fell, right? King Kong down sooner than Fabian, and that allowed for this Lord to still stand. So we're saying about equilibrium. And if you're considering the position that these 2 teams were in prior to that fight, that scramble, that means ONIC PH is still ahead.
Yeah, it's 5,000, so much more in the map, so much more in this zone right here in the Lord. Team Liquid ID, are they going to risk it?
Lord now down to a 4th of its health. They can't afford to do this. Diversion set up. They send Kelra down all the way to the bottom lane. And here comes the Lord, world's longest BMI. Just a little bit of pew down bottom to make sure that a chubby wave crashes. Give it TLID something to think about. And King Kong secures a Lord. This one is enhanced.
A few basic attacks from Kelra brought Witty down from 100 to around 75% health. That was like 3 triggers of his basic. And that's how much damage he dealt to the roamer of Team Liquid.
And that is the chunkiest member of the Young Stallions lineup. I would hate to think what he would do to the likes of Aaron Shiki, what he would do to Yehezkiel if ever he found him. Super Prince now building a Blood Wing, so, you know, that 1 kill that happened about 5 minutes ago should be safer now.
A little bit better. Again, has Team Liquid ID been in this game compared to the rest of the series, but a little better. It's not enough to crack what has been just an ONIC PH controlled Game 1, Game 2, and Game number 3.
So far, ONIC PH taking it slow. They want to sink all these waves. Bottom lane has that Lord. Mid has all the members, and top lane had that wave escorted in by King Kong.
Lord going in already. ONIC PH. They cannot overheat here, though. The punish for Team Liquid ID is very strong. If they dive way too deep, way too early, they could find themselves in a massive 4 to 5k gold swing.
Good news for the Heralds of the New Era for both the Philippines and Indonesia. Here we go! Final slash started up by Kirk. Vengeance started up too. The clapback Kirk and Brusco down just as quickly, but all of Liquipedia are folding. They're also low. Weedy down. King Kong not done yet. Shiki down to 4th of his health.
And Aaron Shiki survived. The onslaught of Kelra's blazing too well. He traded space. King Kong went in. Exactly what we just said. If ONIC PH are too eager, go in at the wrong time. Team Liquid ID's punish is strong.
He searched the wrong way, my friend. And now Team Liquid so quick to punish, pushing tier 1 in mid. Oh, they forgot there's a chubby wave up top. Oh, they might get penetrated there too.
It was a big gold swing diversion by Super Prince. Could get a big one here. It's a face. They decide not to commit it. It's a little late for ONIC PH, but again, that's a heat check for them. They now really got to respect what Team Liquid ID brought to the table. The honor, the shenanigans he showed in majority of the game, it's at that point where Team Liquid ID are a strong team fight, and everything, all of the entry of Kirk, Brusco, and Kelra are all the more riskier.
That'll be more calculated. There's nothing wrong with the final slash where it happened. It's just they did not account for the clapback, the firepower that Team Liquid ID are packing right now. Brusco playing footsies with Weedy and the rest of them. I love how Fabian is actually late entering into these fights. He makes sure that his stacks are up so that he can come in with a taunt and that all the more scrambles on PH. It's beautiful how they suddenly stop an almost perfect final slash entry.
Kelra checked Aaron Shiki in that last one, but he just wasn't able to get that last proc of the blazing that went off. Gets knocked off.
Oh, defensive final slash. RWM keeping him in, and that is a free pickoff. Team Liquid ID making a beeline for the Lord. All 5 members here. Yehezkiel retreating underneath tier 3 in mid. Super Prince relocating himself. That's all of them action on the Brusco. Kelra blazing the way into 2, forcing the use of Aaron Shiki's Wind of Nature 2 for 2 so far the trade. Kelra shut down by Fabian.
King Kong and Super Prince still fighting against Fabian and Yehezkiel. 2 members of ONIC PH remain, but Witty and Fabian were brought so low. It's a soft reset. But again, we're seeing the difference going up against a tanky fighter jungler in the Fredrin. ONIC PH were able to make the most out of what was a bad start for them since Kirk got picked. Again, Kirk and Brusco really need to be careful now with how they're getting vision.
Almost isn't quite it though. As Kelra came in, high risk, high reward. He could have thought he was going to get everything. King Kong secures the Lord underneath Fabian's nose and diversion into the back. The wide brush for Prince. And now King Kong and Prince hunting down Fabian the Usurper. Final slash. Weedy though in the way. ONIC PH with a cheeky steal.
That was just raw retribution prowess from King Kong. It was 2v1. It was Yehezkiel helping Fabian, and in the end, King Kong just got it himself. Seems like it was a Sever and the retry combo. And King Kong's been doing this. He was a guy highlighted by a lot of content creators about how like King Kong doesn't basic attack. He just stands there and waits for the retribution. He uses a skill, then he retries. That was classic. Vintage King Kong.
Claw of the Beast. 99% accuracy. Leading this Lord down through bottom lane. Mid falls as well. Forcing the winner crown from Yehezkiel. Gets taken down. Max range on those skills. Yehezkiel falls as well. The sweep seems inevitable. The AOG cancelled. Weedy is down. Aaron Shiki as well. Fabian, the final stand. Team Liquid ID suffers.